Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Game Gear. This is part 3, final part. I'll be doing Scrap Brain Zone and Sky Base Zone. So without further ado, off we go. This one's actually easier because there's a caterpillar there, because the rings aren't right in front of the gas burners now, so yeah, they're easier to get, but this bit's trickier because there's less room to manoeuvre. So the rings are easier to get, so you won't have to wait for the rings. There's only one of these little critters here, so that's it. Be careful of the bouncer. Although there are fewer rings, there's only 68 on this act, I think. So that's 5 fewer. Whoops, than was on the Master System version. So the rings in front of the gas thing render the gas things useless, really, because you're never going to touch them, because you can easily walk underneath them. So I think 69 rings, sorry. So yeah, not 68 rings, 69 rings. So I think they made a mistake, really, not having the rings in front of the gas things, because there's no point having the gas things otherwise. Right, here's Act 2. Right, yeah, this one is actually tricky, it's actually harder, and I'll explain why. Whoops, I always forget about that. Luckily I had my shield. There's another shield here, I think, somewhere. Avoid that, then get them. Yeah, it's harder to, because the screen's smaller, it's harder to see the gas. I mean the gas flame things when they're coming, but it's still possible. There's one there. No, there's not one there. There's one to the on that one there. Yeah, that's the one. So wait for that thing to shoot and then get the rings. That's it. One more ring. There we go. I think there's another shield here anyway. Whoops, shouldn't have done that. Wait for the gas thing. Flame. No, there's a 10 ring here. There's no shield there anymore. Yeah, I was wrong. Yep. It's hard to get 99 now. It's actually impossible to get 99 because these I can never get all these rings because they're higgledy-piggledy. Yeah, only 97. There are actually 6 there, so it's possible to get exactly 100, which you don't want. So 97 is definitely preferable to 100. Because then you end up with no rings, but an extra life, which is worth 5,000, whereas the rings are worth 9,900. Yeah, this bit's harder. You now have there's less rooms. You now have to wait for the gas thing. Just drop down there, and the emerald's in the same place. The first 2 holes are instant death. Oh yeah, I always forget that the emerald is on the left in this version. Get the ball hogs and then press the button like before. There we go. Of course, the 1 minute 30 is still possible, like the Master System version. There's no caterpillar there now, by the way. The 1 minute 30 is still possible. Well, the 3,000 point time bonus is still possible. If you die after the teleport, and you can restart there. It acts like an arrow monitor, and then you end up with 3,000 time bonus. But you lose all your rings, so it's still not worth it. And also you lose a life, which is worth 5,000. So it's 3,000. So it's lose 9,700 plus, so it's lose 12,700 points and gain 3,000 if you do it quickly enough. It's still pretty tricky to get there before 2 minutes. Anyway, yeah, because the arrow monitor's always yeah, that gave me up to a multiple of 50,000. Let's get the life. Actually, I forgot about the life. Yeah, so yeah, because the arrow monitors always start you off at 1 minute 30. Yeah, that ball hog got me up to, because I was close to 300,000 points or whatever it was. So, and that took me up to 300,000 points, because you get 100 points for destroying a monitor or killing an enemy. That's it, just drop down to the next one. That's it. I'm glad I didn't touch that, actually, that was quite close. Right, and drop down there. There's one more ball hog, ignore him. Kill this one, though. And then this jump's easier, more room. And then do that. See this one, if you die now, you start up there again with 1 minute 30, so you can get a 3-minute time, 3,000 time bonus. Under 1 minute under 2 minutes, I mean, if you do this quickly enough. Yeah, it was possible. What was I saying? There you are. Yes, I did forget about that caterpillar. That nearly got me. Luckily I jumped over it, then killed it. That was very close. But I nearly forgot about it. That would have been very annoying. So close to the end of the act. Yeah, 500,000 points that ball hog took me up to. Yeah, that would have been really annoying. I would have lost all my rings. Right, so Scrap Brain Zone Act 3. Aren't as many rings on here now. It's not a perfect 99, but there's still loads of rings. So I like to get all the rings. As before, there's no boss, and there's one of those things, but it's either working or dud, whichever way you look at it. I like to think of it as a working one, and with the one that hurts you as being the dud. Yep, get these rings. I'll get those rings later because I'm going to go down and come back up again because of the life anyway. So I'll get them in a bit. Yeah, the life is this way. Sorry. There's no rings to get here, so you don't have to. If you miss some, you don't have to go all the way back, which is sometimes annoying. And there's the old one up. And then we'll get those rings now. I think there's only 2 of them or 4 or something. Oh no, there's 5. Or was that 6? I don't know. Who knows and who cares, as long as I get every single one. Right. I can't believe that caterpillar nearly got me. I nearly forgot about that caterpillar at the end of the last act there. Oh well. No harm done, but yeah. That sort of situation defines that it's too close for comfort. I should have known. I should have remembered it. Never mind. Right. Do that. Yep. And then it's left at the top here. No, right. I always forget. That's it. That's all the rings gotten. That's so I think you just get 80. Again, don't press the button. The door's already open. Pressing the button closes the door. It's 91 rings. Yeah, so 8 short of the maximum on the Master System version. And there's the boss. End quote. Quote unquote. And just going up. I'm not sure about going between the gap there. It looks like you can't see the bottoms. I'm worried it might kill me if I try to go inside the gap, but who cares? Doesn't do anything. Right, this is 101,000 points for that. 91 plus 1,000. And here's Sky Base Zone. Just have a quick talk about this one. So, this zone is a lot harder than the Master System version. There's more of those electrical things, and the gaps in between them are smaller. There are fewer guns, and they're more predictable, though. They always shoot 4 bullets. If you remember on the Master System version, they shoot a random number of bullets. On this one, they always shoot 4, so they're more predictable, and there are fewer of them. But on the whole, I think this is a lot harder than the Master System version. I should still do it without losing a life, though. My old friend, the Munchkin from the Master System version, is back. Well, this time he's at the start. He's right there. To make a Munchkin, just stand there, and there he goes. Little Munchkin mouth appears. Okay, get the shield, then duck immediately over the top of the exploding robot, and the shrapnel shouldn't touch you. But you have to duck there to avoid the electricity. Big jump. I don't know how I managed to kill that thing, because that was another one of those gold things, the Munchkin things. But yeah, I think it's because I hit it quickly. Normally I never kill it. Right, normally it's impossible to kill because it always hurts you. Okay, you have to be pretty quick here because don't stand on the platforms for too long because there's lots of electricity there. Get the last ring like that. There we go. Okay, go up here for some more rings. And then they always shoot 4, so they're easy to predict and avoid. The ones on the Master System, they sometimes shoot 1, 2 or 3 or 4, but here it's not a problem. Wait for him to explode by standing over here. Yeah, he's exploded. There we go. Okay, to get the life is over here. It's in a different location because the whole level's been redesigned. That's it, and jump up there. Wait for the electricity to go, and then fall down there, and there's the life. And then the end of the act is near. There we go, that was close. Yeah, 90 rings I managed there. And the end of the act is here. There we go. So 1 minute 36, didn't manage the under 1 minute 30 for that one. And you can't get 99 rings. I still don't know how I managed to kill that gold thing. Normally, if you touch it, it's invincible unless you lose your rings to kill it. But yeah. Right, and here's Sky Base Zone. Like with the Master System version of this, I want to show you both routes. So I'm going to make a save state. So yep. So I've made my save state, and now I'm going to show you the top way first, because the bottom way leads to the 1-up and the emerald, so I'll show you this way first, and then after this I'll load my save state and get the emerald and the 1-up. This way is very similar to the Master System version. In fact, it's identical. You just go up here, avoid the guns, and there's the comb. There's an exploding robot over here like before. Let's wait for him to explode. Has he gone? Nope. There we go. And it's just over here again, like before. Unfortunately, you can't get the emerald because it's behind the chain. There we go. Okay, this bit's the same, except now there's an annoying little gun there. So you have to be careful of that. And then there's the exit through there. So yeah, now I'm going to load my save state. Load my save state. So I've loaded my save state. Now I'm going to show you the way to the emerald and the 1-up. This way is just as long, but they made it harder by adding those big guns that were only on the top way in the Master System version, but now they've added them here. So they're quite tricky to avoid. You have to time it, and luck is involved as well. So jump on the next propeller platform, then let it go forward a bit so you can jump on it again, and then jump on the 3rd rung. Yeah, then let the gun go round. As long as you're on the 3rd rung, the bullet shouldn't hit you. That's it. And then get the 1-up, and then go back on the platform. That's it. And this way, that's it. As long as the guns aren't in the screen, they won't shoot, so just make sure the guns are out of the screen. Jump to the next one, then quickly go. So before the gun, because the gun was just about to come round, it was about to go at about half past 4. You know, where the hour hand is at 4:30. Right. Jump on the next platform. Yes, I managed to avoid them, and then go and get the emerald, and then wait here, and jump on the guns like that. And be careful of the last one because there's one of those guns there now. You no longer get 10 rings on the bonus panel every time. They fixed that glitch. On the Master System, every time you did this act, you got 10 rings on the bonus panel because there were no rings in the act, and that's one of the criteria you need. Well, the only criterion you need to get 10 rings on a bonus panel. But here now you just get Dr. Robotnik, so they fixed that glitch, which is a bit annoying because 10 rings is 1,000 extra points. So anyway, Sky Base Zone Act 3, the last boss. If you manage to get all the 1-ups in every single act, the special stage 1-ups don't matter. Just every single act 1-up, the 1-up appears there. If you missed only one, the 1-up isn't there. This boss is, even though it's easier than the Master System version, I still have sort of difficulty on it sometimes because I'm not really used to it. But it's easier than the Master System version because the pattern doesn't change. The pattern doesn't change on this one. On the Master System one, after you get him 6 times. Whoops, good job I had a shield there. After you get him 6 times on the Master System version, the pattern of the electricity bolt changes. That's it, good. That was close. But yeah, it is easier. Yeah, that's it. They fixed a few of the glitches, but you can still do that though. That thing still fixes itself half, but there's no longer a ducking glitch there. But I suppose it's because the thing isn't there. To make the glass heal itself, you have to go further out of the screen, because I'll just pause to explain. The Game Gear screen that you see in the Game Gear isn't the entirety of the actual game screen. It blocks a bit off. The emulator I'm using, Fusion, shows the board of the Game Gear, but it has an option to remove that. So you can see the rest of the screen. It isn't shown on the Game Gear, which is usually glitched up. Now to make the glass reappear, you have to go out of the screen and come back. But because the Game Gear screen isn't the actual screen of the entirety of the screen of the game, to make the glass come back, repair itself, you have to make the screen go out of the glass go out of the entire screen. So it's not just there, because that won't heal it. You have to go all the way out like that, and then it's healed. Because I went beyond the edge of the Game Gear screen, the entire Game Gear screen, the one that you can't see. Anyway, you have to use the emulator and fiddle around with the options. You can remove the Game Gear border in the options, and it shows you the entire Game Gear screen that you're not supposed to see. And the border is usually sort of glitched up because the program has never wanted you to see the entire screen. Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, they managed to get rid of that other glitch though. Make sure you jump in there immediately, otherwise you have to wait for him to go first. They've removed the pause glitch in here on the Master version, so you can't pause it and make the... I'm trying to press pause now and it won't work. So if you remember on the Master version, you can pause and unpause, and it makes the scrap brain music come back. You can't do that now, so that's a bit better. Yeah, the same thing is here. You now get the real ending, which is just the 6 Chaos Emeralds dancing around the screen for about 2 seconds. And then the score screen comes. There we go, that's the real ending, quote unquote. And here's the score screen. So 120,000 for the emeralds. Um, 35 times 5,000, which is 175,000. Managed to get 35 lives there. So yeah, and then 200,000 for these special stages. Every one you complete gets you 25,000 points. So if I only completed 7 of them, I'd only have 175,000 special bonus. But I did 25,000 times 8 is 200,000, so I get 200,000 points. And that is enough to send me over 1 million. So 1,033,580 points I got there. And then on to the end credits, which is has Sonic on the mic. Just a second, there we go. And I will narrate the credits as always. Sonic the Hedgehog, Game Gear version. The G's sort of look like C's there. Staff. Game Programmer. Shinobu Pinbot. Is that his nickname? Hayashi. Graphics, almost look like Crapix. Graphic designer Ayano Koshiro, Takafuni Yandu, Yanao. They really should have used a bit of lettering, but it's very confusing. Sound producer Masato Nakamura. Rearranging and original music Yuzo Koshiro, he's the one responsible for all the great music in this game. Special thanks Yoshio Y, Lunarian SG, remember him. Presented by Sega. End. That's the end of that. So thanks for watching this playthrough. Should be doing Sonic 2 next. So I'll see you then. Bye bye.